I've been drawn to recently this book, Zen, The Art of Simple Living. Here. I like it a lot. And I was just thinking, when we were talking, referring to the word scattered, it reminded me of this entry in the book. There's like 100 suggestions or advice or whatever around this sort of simple living. And number 5 is discard what you don't need. It will refresh your mind. And it talks about, because I hadn't thought of it like this, but when things aren't going well, we tend to think we're lacking in something. But maybe it's because we're too full. Like we're too, and then of course we can feel scattered because there's too much. So this suggestion here is, if we want to change our current situation, we should first part with something before we look to acquire something else. This is a fundamental tenet of simple living. So discard your attachments, let go of your assumptions, reduce your possessions. Living simply is also about discarding your physical and mental burdens. We might recall that when we, or how amazing and that how refreshed we feel after a good cry. Crying clears out whatever weight you were carrying in your heart, and you can feel energized to try again. He's always felt that the Buddhist concept of the enlightened mind, the Japanese characters for which depict a clean mind, refers to this refreshment of the spirit. So the act of discarding, of detaching from mental and physical burdens, from the baggage that weighs us down, is extremely difficult, and sometimes can be accompanied by real pain, as when we part with someone who is dear to us. But if we want to improve the way things are, if we want to live with a light heart, you must start by discarding. The moment you detach, a new abundance will flow into your life. So discard what you don't need. Maybe there's physical things. Me looking around my house will go, loads of those. But also, I guess, maybe things like, or what we do, aspects of our lives, maybe even people, dare I say. But I know we've spoken about that before. About who might be in our lives lift us and who in our lives might pull us down or drain us. And maybe we can think about how much time we spend with those people. That kind of thing. Yeah. The act of discarding. So let's move into our practice. Maybe with a sort of a little bit of a reflection, just in our own minds to begin with. Yeah, about what, if anything, could we discard? What that's around us do we not need right now? And as you say, I think, Christina, that it's that sort of time of year, isn't it? It's like I suppose often we think of spring as a time for clearing out and cleaning out, but I think probably autumn's quite good for it too, with this sense of what we manifest over summer and the abundance that nature brings. It's a very natural time to maybe let things go, as nature does. As those lovely crispy leaves form on the pavements, and we can just have a little bit of fun treading in them. Feeling that crunch crunch of those old decaying leaves. It's only because I like doing that. I still feel like a small child kicking about in fallen leaves. So let's perhaps we'll come into a comfortable seat, come into our meditation posture. And as ever, just taking your time. And as you do so, maybe even coming right in to noticing the coolness of the breath in at the nostrils. And just coming to that sense again, once more, that cleansing, refreshing breath. Fresh and cleansing on the in-breath. Gentle releasing and letting go on the out-breath. Just a gentle, light focus on the sensations of the breath here at the nostrils. That gentle focus on the breath, just helping the body come into a sense of stillness. A sense of quiet. And then bringing your attention to your hands. Seeing if we can allow the hands to be open, but to be soft. And inviting the hands to be quiet and still. And just allowing yourself, just for a moment, to have a sense in the mind of all that the hands do, and just capturing the essence often of how busy our hands are. Almost as if the hands are a reflection of our busyness, all our doing through the day, maybe sometimes even through the night. Whether the hands are writing or pressing buttons or tapping on a keyboard, turning the pages of a book, stroking a cat or a dog, feeding the family, washing up, cleaning, calling out to someone, even when you're talking, using your hands to express what you're saying. Holding your mug of tea and placing it down repeatedly. And then dropping your attention back down into the hands. These hands that are right now resting. These hands are simply being. So we'll come back to the hands, we'll come back to the breath, knowing that you can return to these at any point through the practice as a way of steadying your focus, your attention. I'm just going to give you a little opportunity here to once more use the mind just to reflect on this element of discarding what we don't need. Maybe it's simply that there's a small possession of yours that could go, giving it away to a friend or a charity shop. Or maybe there's an aspect of your life you could let go of. do I no longer need? And whatever comes to mind, whether there's one or a few things or many, as we think of each one, just seeing it as a leaf on the tree, turning from green to brown and eventually dropping onto the ground, letting it go. And these, of course, could include thoughts that no longer serve you. So this discarding what we don't need enables us to create some room and some space for whatever new is to arise, to come into our awareness, our experience. And a befitting time at this time of year, at autumn, in nature too, as things turn, grow old and let go. The scattered leaves, like our scattered minds, allowing the wind to blow through and clear out. Awaiting something new. So coming back now, gentle focus at the nostrils. So a gentle focus of your attention on the sensations of the breath at the nostrils. And if it feels comfortable, maybe gently deepening the breath. And feeling that cooling, that fresh, cleansing breath coming in from the air into the body. Letting go of any thoughts or images or words now. Focusing on the sensations. Feeling that fresh new breath filling the body, including the head, neck and shoulders, the arms, the torso, the pelvis, the legs, the feet. This freshness, this newness, this cleansing, filling the whole body, filling the whole mind. Creating space. Opening things up on the in-breath and allowing things to soften on the out-breath. Keeping your attention in the sensations of the breath. Feeling the body move and shift with the breath. Keeping your attention in the body, in the breath. As we gently now start to release the deeper breaths. Giving the breath back over to the body to breathe itself. Perhaps allowing the attention to drop down into the belly. Feeling how the waves of the breath become softer, quieter. And we might start to become aware of that gentle pause at the end of each out breath. Not forcing it to happen, but just allowing it to happen. Coming back to resting in this stillness. And bringing your attention back into the hands. These hands that so often do, giving them an opportunity just to rest and be still here. And having a gentle, focused attention on your hands. Feeling the sensations in the hands. Maybe we can have a sense of when our hands rest, so can we. The whole body and the mind resting together with these hands. Feeling the sensations in the hands as they rest here in stillness. And then gently expanding that focus, becoming aware of the breath in the belly. Becoming aware of the whole body resting here, quiet and still. And then together we'll notice the breath for a breath in and a breath out. And we'll bring this practice to a close. So taking your time as we gently shift from the practice, perhaps wiggling the fingers now, wiggling the toes, opening the eyes when you feel ready. Lovely. Thank you for your practice.